back, YouTube viewers. I know it's been a little while, but these problems are not easy to solve. So anyway, today what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this record problem that I was having in the last video. If you don't remember, what was going on is when I put the machine into record, put all tracks into record, okay, with the test tone on the machine, I wasn't getting tracks 1, 2, 13, and 24. They were not recording. All these tracks were playing back fine, but they were not recording on those tracks. So we're going to take a look at and try to solve this problem. Actually, we're going to solve this problem. And but without further ado, let's go on there right now and take a look at this. Okay, so this is the schematic of the record card. Let's take a look at where the signal happens here. So there's our signal. It goes in there on that pin, all right, and it goes through IC number 9, comes out of IC number 9, goes into that little network right there, which is that little sister card or daughter card, comes out of that little daughter card, goes up to IC 12 right there. It's going to then go into IC 12, all right. It will come out of IC 12, and we will then go up into IC 3, which actually is a digital analog converter there, so we can use the level. Comes out of there through this other IC 5 into the final output stage, through there into the output transformer, okay, where it's mixed in with the bias, and then it actually goes out right there to the heads, to the record head. Okay, so that's the signal flow of that channel. Now, knowing that that's the signal flow, what I want to do is pick a few points on here to look at this card and try to figure out, is it performing correctly? So one of the things I'm going to look at first is there's a relay called relay K1, and what we want to do is look at the voltage going to relay K1. I'll put a mark on the screen here where you can see it is. That's the voltage we're going to look at. That voltage is the relay turning on K1. K1's contacts are on the far right. They determine whether the record head is actually taking the output of this card, or is the output of this card going off to the sync head. So this is basically the sort of sync record relay. And this is going to determine if the recorded signal is going to that record head at that point. We know this relay, if this relay is activating. The next thing we're going to look at is this signal up here. This signal is driving to FET Q1, about 3/4 of down the screen to the left, or excuse me, right. And it's normally short at the ground, so no output comes out of this card to go anywhere until this thing activates. So when this voltage shows up over here, it'll activate that Q1 FET over there, and then it will allow the audio signal to go out to the output transformer and farther on from that point. And the third spot I'm going to take is the actual audio signal coming out of IC10 right there. We're going to look at that audio signal and it's compared to the other channel and see if we see actually audio coming out here and then going farther down the line from that. So now, in order to do all of that, of course, what I got to do, because I don't have extenders, is I'm going to put wires at those 3 points on the circuit board. And I'm going to do this on channel 1, okay, to check. And I'm going to do it on channel 5, which is directly below it, which actually works. This way I can compare one to the other, point to point, which one gets works correctly like that. So now here in this next picture, you're going to see I have connected up the wires to this to those points, and I got it, hanging out of the drawer, not plugged in yet. And I got my scope probes, one on channel 1, one on channel 5 below it, so I could actually see what's going on at those 3 points. All right, and that's how we're going to check this thing. Now, let me go back here and tell you what's going on or what happened here. So when I looked at the first point, that relay over there, K1, was the same as channel 5. It was absolutely working perfectly. Put it in record. I could see voltage going to that relay on channel 1 and channel 5. Assuming the relay is good, the contacts are closing over there, I assume that's got to be working fine. Second point was that Q1 FET. Okay, I could see the voltage going into the Q1 FET was exactly the same between 1 and 5. When I went into the record mode, both the voltage at 1 and 5 on channel 1 and channel 5, exactly the same going into the Q1 FET. And lastly, the audio signal coming out of IC10. I compared that audio signal on channel 1 to channel 5, identical signals coming out of here. So my audio is going all the way up there. In fact, it's going all the way over to those transformers and over to the actual output, which goes to the record head. Now, it goes to the output of this card. The card plugs into the bias thing, the basis board, and the basis board has a connector that plugs in and goes up to the record head. And as you guessed it, that connector is what the problem is. This is connector 13. This is record 13 because I've already fixed 1 and 2. And record 13, the connector is dirty. The connector is dirty and oxidized, so therefore the card is getting the signals coming out of the card fine, but it isn't getting onto this connector because the connector's corroded and dirty right there. And here's another close-up look at the connector. They didn't use gold pins, they used these tin pins, and this is causing these problems. Unfortunately, nothing I can say about this. Would be nice if these were all gold, but they're not. So, like with a pencil eraser, I just basically cleaned off those pins real carefully, plugged them back in, and lo and behold, everything works perfectly fine at that point. And this is all 24 tracks in record on the repro heads. As you can see, I'm getting signal to all 24 tracks in the record mode. Yes, all it was connectors. So there you have it. I thought it was a really hard problem, and it winds up being a very simple analog problem. Dirty connectors. And obviously those connectors, there's like lots and lots of those connectors in this machine. And, I didn't really clean them. And I'm wondering if now, to avoid further problems, should I take everyone out and basically with a pencil eraser clean off every pin and go back? That's a lot of work. But at any point, it is all recording right now. I'd like to really go on to the next step, which would be starting to align the machine. So let's see what happens. I might just go on with that, and we'll look at alignment in the next thing. However, before I go to the total alignment on the machine, I have to clean all the Dolby cards. Even though the signal doesn't quite pass through the Dolby card, I feel that all the Dolby cards should be in the machine before I do the alignment. This way the power supply is seeing a full load. Everything's correct at that point. And I've only cleaned 2 of the 24 cards. So it might be a little while before we see the next video, because I'm going to clean those Dolby cards before I align this machine. In any case, thanks again for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Click on the bell for notifications, and I'll let you know when the next one comes out. Thanks again for watching.